thank you, Dr. Bucci, for opening this window of opportunity. Quick little history for those who might not know, Dr. Bucci came probably about a month or 6 weeks ago and said, hey, we got COVID-19. All these businesses are shutting down. Is there anything that we can do? Any information we could share? Because a lot of guys just really, are having a hard time struggling. So I'm the marketing guy. I, of course, focus on that. We've had some great presentations up to this point. So I thought we would get together and I would share some strategies and tips for marketing your business. And these work pretty much across the board, whether you're consumer-based, service-based, even within the nonprofit space. These are some strategies that we typically, I get my clients involved with because they don't cost anything. You can spend money, but spending money is easy. Usually share this information, when it comes to, marketing your company, spending money is easy. Anybody can do that. But finding strategies that would actually work to build your business, get your message front and center, keep yourself top of mind, that don't cost anything, that's a little trickier. So, but I've come up with a half a dozen things that everybody could use. We'll kind of go through this, try to save some time for questions and answers at the end so we can dive into it a little bit, but we'll get started. So the very first thing I always tell my clients to get involved with, especially if you're retail or service oriented, is to get your Google My Business page. Google My Business is simply a platform that Google created several years ago, specifically for the business community, to provide a snapshot of their company while people are in that mode of searching for whatever product or service you have. So to give you an idea what it would look like, and I picked a car dealer that I know they actually sold their dealership a few months ago, so I don't mind sharing how Google My Business works. It starts in the search bar, and as this example kind of shows, best used car dealer, Richmond, Virginia. And this is kind of the screen that potential consumer would take a look at. And it gives pictures, videos, a quick little snapshot of, what that company would look like. And there's reviews. You can set it up with chat, big descriptions. We'll get into some specifics in a minute here, but it just gives consumers or potential customers a quick snapshot of, am I even going to spend time, with this person? Am I going to give them any amount of time on their website, their social media platforms? We've got certain recent results coming in, and research results that shows it's close to like 65% of the consumers are basing their decision on where they're going to go shop based off solely the Google My Business profile. So if you haven't claimed it, if you haven't set it up, if you haven't, filled out all the boxes that Google has, this is really one of the first places to start. It's kind of like do-it-yourself, localized SEO on steroids. So this kind of gives you a snapshot of what it would look like if someone's doing a general search. Then if someone is actually know your name, because this is the second way people search is, they drive by the store, they get a recommendation, they plug in your name, they Google you, and the Google My Business, that's that snapshot over on the right-hand side. Typically what it is, the screen can open up. It has photos, pictures, reviews, special offers, just a plethora of information that allows you to, again, get your company front and center and really get found on Google. This is the first place that can happen. So what I typically advise all of my clients to do is, with Google My Business, you have the ability to post unlimited pictures and videos. You can show your people, your products, your locations, your services. One of the things with websites that's always been an issue, when you start loading up a lot of video and too many images, they're not mobile friendly, it slows the site down. And because people are very convenience driven, some of the current research says a potential customer will give you 3 seconds for your site to load and 3 clicks to get where they want to be. But if you have your website bogged down with videos and pictures, that's going to slow it down. Google My Business isn't on your website. You can put unlimited pictures and videos. We've actually tracked this with clients over the last year, where by just posting that content and tagging it, putting it up as a post, it has dramatically increased their website visits, time on the website, and Google will actually, there's an Insights tab on the back of Google My Business that would show you who's looking at what pictures, what content they're interacting with, looking at the videos. Again, it's just a great tool, totally free, 100% free. You're able to bury custom URLs right in your description. And that again gives a consumer the opportunity, or a potential customer, just to get to that exact page that they're looking for. Talk about a detailed description, and this is where that, kind of that local SEO on steroids kicks in. Google My Business allows you 5,000 characters in the description, which is far more than any SEO localized tag or anything that you would do even on a WordPress type site. It really allows you to jump to the top of the line as people are starting to search for, for what you have to offer. It gives you the ability to regularly post offers, special offers, time-related offers, and all these come up in that snapshot as people are searching, for what it is that you have to offer. And then the big thing that you're able to do is answer a lot of the reviews right through your Google My Business platform. This is a much longer discussion. It's a pretty simple process. You just, if you've never claimed it and you haven't grabbed that page, you just go to Google and Google My Business, and then you just work through the process of claiming your business, verifying your business, and then you just get access to it and you can start populating it. So this is one of the number one things, especially in a down economy, because I'm amazed and perplexed with the number of people who just have not even accessed this page. And if you want to get found on Google, and Google owns all the search, this is really the first place to start. Now, next thing, we'll talk a little bit about reviews. And a lot of people, this is not going to be a discussion on getting more reviews. We all know that, right? We need good reviews. We need positive reviews. What you really need to do is answer the negative reviews. One of the things that consumers are looking for is, how are you responding to negative reviews, bad customer interactions? They really don't care about seeing all of the, 4 or 5-star reviews that just get piled up. Google gives that little rating, are you 4.2, 4.6? What consumers and potential customers always go for immediately are, let's read the negative reviews and let's see how these guys are responding. What people want to do is know that you're paying attention and that you are trying to resolve the customer issues that you have, your client issues. They want to see that you're making a good faith effort, because consumers were negative by nature, and our default mechanism that kicks in is, well, he hasn't tried to even fix these bad reviews. If I buy something for them or sign up to their service and something goes wrong, are they going to fix my problem? Probably not. I'm on to the next one. So, and again, through this is totally free. It just takes some time. You just have to do it. You don't have to sign up to a service. You can do it yourself. Take a couple minutes a day and just make sure that these things are completely up to date. Free tip number 3, please don't shoot the messenger, is get involved with Yelp. Now, what Yelp will do is, they started out purely in the food, restaurant, entertainment district sector. They have made tremendous strides over the last couple years of doing any kind of consumer-facing service. Anybody that does any kind of product or service that a direct consumer would look for. Electricians, HVAC, plumbers, automotive repair, automotive service shops. They've made huge strides with people taking a look at the Yelp page. And some of the things that you can do totally for free with Yelp. First thing, just like with Google My Business, you got to claim your page. It's a quick little process. You go to Yelp, plug in your business, you claim it, they verify it. And once that happens, you can post pictures, get your company logo up there. It'll map you. You can write out a nice, long, detailed description. And again, it just makes you easily found on this platform. just to kind of give you an idea of, the space that I work in. So about 2 years ago, Yelp reported on an average month, there were about 500 to 600 searches for like automotive repair in a local market. Last year, that same search in that same market grew exponentially to about 4,000 to 5,000 searches a month. So we can't not participate with it. It's just something that every business should do, is get the claim, get the page claim, get the description, get your picture up there. And then what I typically tell my clients to do, ask some good customers or even some friends to leave a positive Yelp review. And now, fair warning on this. If you're going to do this, do not have them put a 5-star review, because Yelp will not post it. Yelp takes reviews very seriously, and they don't believe that anybody is really worthy of a 5-star review. So if you're going to have some friends or customers post some reviews, put it about a 4.2, 4.5, 4.6, because if you tell them to give you the 5 stars, Yelp will not publish. And then the final thing with Yelp, just some fair warning. They're about the most aggressive digital sales staff on the planet. And the minute you claim your page, start writing your description, I would give it 5 minutes or less before the friendly Yelp representative calls you. What they're going to do is they're going to call you and say, we want to help you optimize your page and your description, but that's really code for get you to spend money with them. So you can do this component totally for free. You'll be able to be found. People can see some reviews. They can see, pictures of you, your logo, your store, whatever your service is, and that will give you a space on that particular platform. Next up, everybody's favorite, social media, right? Everybody's living on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all the different platforms. And, this is where a lot of consumers are currently spending a lot of time. What I typically tell my clients to do, first thing, you have to get involved. Some people like it, some people thoroughly dislike it, but whatever side of the fence you're on, you've got to step up the game, and you really have to get involved with the social media platform. And again, it's totally free. It doesn't cost you a dime. They will try to get you to spend money, and we can talk about that on a different day if we wanted to, but this side of it, you can grow your presence totally organically, but you have to get involved to do it. Now, I always, again, want to urge everyone, post useful content, post things that are meaningful, relevant to the customer base, that you're trying to engage with. Engage in meaningful dialogue. We have seen a lot of disastrous PR effects when business people kind of fall into a lot of the political divide, the social divide, whatever those current topics of the day are. If you're going to use social media for business, you have to take the high road. You've got to stay, positive, encouraging, useful, relevant. These are things that you just can't, you can't dive into the fray and sink to the bottom, or you will get taken down quickly. And again, I've seen where clients and general managers of stores, they'll want to get involved in, the discussion of the day, and it always comes back to bite them, because you just don't want to use your business platform to engage in that. Again, be positive, be encouraging, post a lot of useful content. One of the things that we do with useful content, we use kind of like the 4-to-1 rule. For every one offer that you put out there, you want to be posting about 4 just kind of useful pieces of content, and that really would not be sales oriented. It's just, providing useful content, that any of your potential customers could use. With Facebook and a lot of the social media platforms, they want you to use their chat and their message feature, but Facebook made it really easy. You can set up what's called an autoresponder on your business page, where it will feel as though you are instantly responding to any request, any question, any comment that anybody makes. And Facebook really likes that. But they also understand that, not everybody can, has a staff that can monitor the page 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So they set up the autoresponder, and you just do that through the messenger feature. It allows you to respond instantly with a personalized message and actually start answering questions that people would ask. So you could come up with a half a dozen questions that people would normally ask, and you can automatically answer those right in the page. One of the things I always tell clients too with social media is use these platforms to let people know that you're human, right? Even in the age of the Amazon effect with instant shipping and all the things moving online, people still want to buy from people they know and perceive that they trust. And social media is a fantastic platform to put your human side out there. They want to see who you are. They want to see your team members. They want to see the customers. They want to see the interaction. And this just gives you that platform without spending any money at all to show your human side, put your best foot forward, and just engage in some of these dialogues, provided it's useful and meaningful. Little bonus social media tip here. I threw this in the other day. If you are really going to engage and dive into the social media, I would highly recommend using one of the free social media dashboards. I personally use Hootsuite. There's several others out there. What these dashboards allow you to do is so that you don't have to hop between Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Google My Business. From one single dashboard, you can sync every one of your social media accounts, and you can monitor from that dashboard everything that you're doing, all your posts. You can schedule content, you can schedule articles, you can schedule videos, whatever it is that you want to be pushing out. A platform like this, and again, totally free, doesn't cost any money, would allow you to engage in that, but do it from a single dashboard. Hootsuite, some of the other ones on the free platforms, they'll allow you to sync up all of your social media platforms, but they do have limits on how much you can schedule in advance, how much you can post in advance, but it's still free, and it's a great tool, especially if you're using multiple platforms. Highly recommend dialing into a program like that. Takes a couple minutes to set it up, but once it's set up, it is so easy, and I like things easy. So this is something that we set up for every one of our clients and use that. YouTube, probably my favorite platform. And a lot of people can have confused YouTube, with the stupid cat videos, the epic fail videos. YouTube, in essence, is a search engine. And it's actually the world's second largest search engine, and it's all video based. Of course, YouTube is owned by Google. So some of the things that you want to understand with Google is if you participate with their platforms, get involved with Google My Business, get involved with YouTube, you will sort of magically see your results start to dramatically increase. Google rewards people for participating with the platforms. And YouTube, with the second largest search engine out there, is become the hub for answering all of the how-to questions. So I don't care what business sector you're in, people are asking questions. So just take some time and ask yourself, all right, what would potential customers, potential donors, whoever that person you're trying to service is, what questions are they asking? And then just answer that question in the form of a video. Now, we could spend hours talking about how to set up the channel, how to go through that. YouTube has made it incredibly easy with the Creator Studio. They've got online videos, tutorials. They will tell you how to properly title your videos, how to tag them, how to optimize your channel. But this is one of the greatest platforms you could actually involve yourself with. It does take time because you actually have to create content. It doesn't have to be, Hollywood production quality content. In fact, what we find with some of the research is that consumers, if it's too slick of a production, they won't view it as real. And again, this is still a social media platform. And so you want to be real. You want your human side. So you don't want to do it on a flip phone, but you don't need to hire a Hollywood production studio. Somewhere in between tends to get the greatest response. So long form videos, answering questions, product demonstrations, just kind of showcasing who you are, what you do, some of the services that you can provide. This is a massive platform that is only going to grow exponentially in the future. One of the things that we know is consumers in general, about 72% specifically, say they prefer video-based content over everything. So if I have a question that needs to be asked, or I have a problem that needs to be solved, I'm going to go look for a video and to help me walk me through that particular problem. And it's a great, great platform for anybody to get involved with. Next up, and again, can be totally free. Most businesses have been collecting emails, and most businesses don't respond using the email. Now, a lot of people say email response rates are incredibly low, email rates, nobody opens and reads them. I would challenge that because it's all based on the content that you're sending out. I've got a finance friend. He was on the call here earlier, and he sends out a weekly email, maybe a couple times a week, talking about the Paycheck Protection, small business lending. That is incredibly useful, helpful information. So I look forward to getting those type of emails. What we don't want to get is the spammy email, on sale this week, check out the offer. And there are some of the big box retailers that really overdo the email, where they send out stuff every day, multiple times a day. That will kill your customer base. But pretty much everybody has been collecting emails. And if you haven't, or if you're a startup, you will start collecting emails. And you could use, a MailChimp, one of these other providers, totally free, helps you organize your email program. And again, stay in touch with your customers. Just remember, make it meaningful to them. You always have to step back with anything that you're doing, with any kind of marketing program, and ask the question, is this benefiting my potential customer, or is it benefiting me? You always want to benefit the customer. You want to put them first. Kind of a Christian principle, put others first, serve, the needs of others. If you do that in your marketing, you will have much greater results than if you just say, well, I want to promote this, I want to talk about that. Always put your customer first. But again, launch the email campaign, set it up, put an email collection tool, a little widget on your website. Again, MailChimp, there's dozens of these email providers, totally free for you to do this and just be able to stay in contact with your current customers. Final thing I usually like to tell people is it's not a media platform, it's just commit, right? Whatever you're going to do, whatever you want to try to do, you just have to commit to it. Things will take time, right? But if you want to improve your relationship with God, you've got to commit to spending time with Him in His Word, in prayer. If you want to drop a few of the COVID pounds we've all packed on, you got to commit to changing your eating and your workout schedule, eating habits and workout. You just have to commit to things. And building a business or rebuilding a business or starting the platform with any kind of a marketing program, you just have to commit to it. You don't have to do everything, but you just have to take some time, really think about the end goal that you're trying to get to, and then carve out the time and commit to it.